Alright, well, it's November 2nd, and I'm out in northern Illinois this afternoon. I am set up here on the edge of a bean and cornfield. I've got some brassicas. I spent a lot of time this summer setting this up. Unfortunately, the Mars tail took over a lot of the beans. There's still some in there. The ironic thing, though, is last week I hunted this spot, and they were using it as cover more so than anything, so it seemed to actually work out well. The problem I got tonight is this is not the greatest wind for this spot. I usually like a northwest wind blowing out over this ravine behind me and into the swamp. Tonight it's actually blowing out into the food source, only to my one side, about probably, let's say, a third of it. But last week most of the deer came from the other side, from the west of me. So if that happens, I should be okay. I'll be in good shape. But you know, it's one of those things. I mean, during the rut, it's going on. You got to take your chances. At some point, this is the time. I probably would never do this setup late season, but right now I'm going to take my chances, get a little aggressive here before these deer start wandering off a little too far. At this point, I'm hunting a buck with giant G3s, especially the one side. He's got an extra brow tine, good mass, and I know he's in here. I believe if I had to guess, he's about 200 yards or so from here in a thicket. He was on a doe earlier today over there, so I'm banking that doe is going to drag him up into this food, and hopefully they come from my left and I'm good. So we'll see how it goes. Got to put your time in now, and hopefully these deer will get moving for us in a bit. Mert. Well guys, I'm pretty sure I just shot my target buck. Everything happened really fast. Didn't have a lot of time. And he came in, I had a doe in front of me. I had to get drawn back with him behind these branches. So hopefully shot looked pretty good. I mean, could have been a hair back, possibly. I waited for him to get broadside. He started out quartering too when I was drawn back. I had to hold back for a while, so we'll give it some time here and see what we got. Alright guys, well, I just got out of the stand and now I'm gonna walk over here and take a look at the arrow. Shot looked pretty decent, so see if we can find this arrow and see what it looks like here. There's the arrow. There's the arrow and there's blood. Arrow looks soaked. Arrow's soaked, but I don't smell guts. Pretty blood soaked here, I would say. Decent amount of blood, okay. Oh yeah, a lot of blood on that corn right there. A lot of blood. See what's going on here. More blood up here. Alright, well at this point, I see some decent blood. We got the arrow. We're going to evaluate this and make a decision here on whether to track him. I kind of know where I saw him go. I know we're in the clear where we're standing. Got decent cover. A lot of wind. So, take a look here and make a decision. Alright, well, we've given it a couple hours now, about 3.5, 4 hours, just to be safe. I think liver is probably a possibility here, but it does look like I got both lungs and there's an awful lot of blood. So I'm just going to follow the trail just a hair, maybe go 80 yards, 100 yards or so. If nothing by then, back out, come back in the morning. But with the coyotes here, I would like to at least see what we got. So we're going to start there and we'll see where to go from there. A little bit more blood here. Pretty bright. Alright, well, we went a little bit further. We ended up eventually coming up on a bed. Never a good sign. There's a ton of blood in it, but we're going to back out, come back tomorrow, and hopefully find this thing. Alright, we're at the last blood from last night, and going to just kind of comb this, see if we can get a direction formed here, and creep our way wherever he seemed to go. Oh shoot, there he is. Right there. He's down. Yep, that's him. That is him. Right here. That's the buck I was after, guys. Oh man, he stinks. Oh yeah, stiff as a board. Stiff as a board. We're gonna have to get him out of here and get a better look. Nice, man.
Give me one of those.
Yeah. Didn't go far. Well, the easiest thing is to drag him right here. Bob can go right through the field opening. Right?
Yeah. For sure. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's him. All right, well, here he is. Backed out last night, wasn't sure on the shot. Seemed to be a 50-50 consensus from most people. However, we found him about another 60 yards or so after we stopped. So a total of about 160 yards he went. And we did find the broadhead right through the lungs. So did clip the lungs. Most likely he was dead last night, but played it safe. This is the buck I was after, the G3 buck. The opening interview I'd mentioned that I knew he was in the area with a doe, a bedding area about 200 yards from here where I shot him, and that I was hoping that doe would pull him up to this food source, and that's exactly what happened. So everything went to plan. Gotta thank my buddy Tom Alford for coming to help me out. Check out Buck Alpha on YouTube. He's got some new stuff, one of the best ground hunters I know, so check him out, and we're gonna get after this next one.